Welcome to another episode, Middle Ground with JLE, L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, JLE Experience. On the music copyright, I'm muting on Facebook. I was laughing because the whole time I just cut it on and took a little break for a minute, like, okay, show starting. Well, I'm looking at the logo. Oh, you ain't joined the screen yet, Jeff. That's the problem. Okay. Today's show is about me. The JLE brand founder, author, musician, journalist, CEO, and host. 3 JLE show, Jeffrey L. Edwards, better known as JLE. Here to talk about the journey of season 13, JLE's daily devotionals. The pre-sale should be probably ready for Saturday. The ebook releases are August 29th. Been a lot in the works for this one. A lot of different thoughts about it. I'm trying to delve in and give you a peek in the mind of an author. What started this journey? This goes back to when I was working as custodian at Wayne State during midnights, and lunchtime was 2 a.m. So a lot of nights, in the old main building, if you ain't on the phone with someone, you got your thoughts and start talking with God. And at this point, I had been dropped out of college for going on the second year. Because in 2008, I took like 5 music classes because the goal was try to get done. I burnt myself out. And at that moment, I was frustrated, said, hell with college, I'm done. I quit. First thing I ever admit, I quit something because I don't believe in quitting. You start it, you finish it. But I was wondering, okay, well, you're doing this. And, probably the Lord was working on me, like, okay, what's my plan? Where I see myself. And I couldn't quite see a picture, but I had to do something because just going to work, paycheck to paycheck, think we was making 09, think we was at 14 or 15 somewhere, like this okay money, but this ain't it. What movie gonna make? And that's when I started talking to the Lord. I'd be reading a lot of Bible scriptures. And for a while, if people noticed, if I was listening to music on YouTube, I would post the music videos so it could be added to my wall. Then one day I was reading the Bible and Lord started talking to me, like, okay. And I heard him say, you should start posting your real thoughts, because it's like your real thoughts is when you sitting here at work, going through the motions and thinking to yourself. And private person, introvert, extrovert, nah, people need a number like that. And then I put a post up. I think I started with putting scriptures. And then I did start noticing, not saying I in any way did it, but I just noticed the content of others I followed would start changing something more positive. Or myself, people post the scripture. So then after a while, God started giving me words of encouragement to post. Well, I'm thinking nothing of it really. Like, okay. Posting. And I think by the time summer's coming to an end, I really want comfortable posting all the stuff. Like, well, ain't what I'm doing. Let me stop posting this. But then I forgot who, but someone mentioned to me, I've been noticing you've been changing stuff you post. I've been reading it. Well, where's the latest? I didn't think nobody was paying attention. And from there, I would, okay, always ask the Lord what you want me to say. I post it, keep it moving. Like every night after midnight, I always post a Bible scripture from the Bible app. I started doing that as well. Like, well, I'm keep doing that. But I started noticing, like, okay, well, I can post it because I'm working midnight, so technically it's morning. So I can post it, maybe someone might check it out. So every night I would start, I first ask Lord, what do you want me to talk about or say? And then I post something. And I think nothing of it. I mean, years starting to pass, I still putting it out there. And it got to the point and stuff like start changing, like, okay, you got a big elephant in the room that you ain't finished. You gotta get your degree. So when I went back to school, because I had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities about, oh my God, this stuff. I ain't figured out how to beat this yet. I tried engineering, couldn't figure out the calculus. Did music, yeah, ear training hard as hell. Like it got to be a code I can crack and get to my path so I can get up out of here. But when you start connecting with people, networking, you start learning. Shout out to Gloria. She worked on second floor AB, and she put me on to Dr. Kim Morgan, who I affectionately call Yoda. She's like, you need help with math, she'll get you tight. Like, okay, I reach out to her. And she did. And I told her what my goal was, just to take the test out of 1050. But I had to start over, take 093 because I'm doing business management now. After I met with Dr. Nora Duncan, I'm not sure at the time he was head of the music department of Wayne State. And he was like, you want to get out of here? You were doing music management, business management, without the music class. Like, I like your thinking. Let's go. You just got a good 7 years. You go nonstop. 2020, you'll be done. This was January 2013. So along the journey, I'm meeting with Yoda, and I had to just be real with her. Like, I ain't really figured this thing out. It pissed me off because I'm not dumb. It's like, no, it ain't that you dumb with math. It's how you process figuring out math. And when she unlocked that code, I became a Jedi. Okay. I ran through that to get to the main business classes. Then my family, Stacy Lynn. So I never take accounting and stats together. Got my head beat in. Took them separate. She showed me the game for accounting. So I'm still posting, and it's like I'm posting and I'm moving forward towards my degree. Now, at this time, I'm starting to notice I'm seeing more people posting more positive stuff. A few more people might ask, like, oh, you ain't posting on late, you ain't go to work. Still, still oblivious, not really thinking much of it. Okay. There's some people watching. So it became like writing. Just post it, keep moving. That's before we had TikTok and YouTube really took off to where we're in a 24-hour world now where if something happened at 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody know about 3:30 because it'll get reposted, it'll trend on TikTok or X or whatever. Everybody know about it. So as I'm still posting, I'm not really taking in like people really digging you posting this positive stuff. Whatever. The grind, I'm learning more as I'm getting closer to the degree. Got the degree. Posted it about on LinkedIn. That opened the door to me to new people. Still posting. Put books out. Still posting every morning spiritual stuff. Then God started leading me to where now I would make a video to encourage and post that everywhere. and still never looking at nothing to do with it. And by now, I made albums, books. I'm doing different podcast shows, legitimate company. Have a few now. I have everything on one umbrella. And Lord came back, spoke to me like, we started this journey because you had a lot of self-doubt, and it was for you to be encouraged. The stuff I was giving you. Like, okay. But you gotta start, you gotta give it to the world. So then you certain shows I would talk about, yeah, I'm turning this to a book, the JLE Daily Devotional, throw it out there and put that together. And when it was finally time, I think it was midweek when the first step, because I started putting them in the notes on my iPhone. I copied everything, sent it to an email, put it on Word document. And I was amazed at how many. I think the book is 50 pages, nothing but those morning devotionals. Some have some of them are God-based, some is just to motivate or stuff you've been through. All different emotions I've encountered that God was helping me through. And man, I was amazed when I looked at the Word document, like, dang, well, you have been doing this for a few years, bro. You got a lot of them. You got a full page per page full of, okay. So, of course, put it to the burner. So, stuff I tend to do, work, stop doing. And then it was like, okay, you should at least put a book out at least once a year. And I felt that tug on me again. That, okay, you need to put that book out. I just got back writing in Order of 12th Intellect. That's going to be a political thriller. It's going to be a great movie when it's done. And it's on Netflix somewhere. I'm like, well, no, I'll put this out. Positive stuff. Okay. Had someone edit it for me. Went back through and edited it, and started reaching out to people that I was connected with on what can I do to put more into the author side of the brand. Just don't put out as try to put some marketing behind it. Really keep posting. Hey, you should check this out. It's going to be something that's helping. And after I went through all the stuff Amazon catered being submitted last night, like, wow, okay, we in phase one of it, because I'm going to put out paperback and a hardcover. Going to be a special one. I mean, so many of those. Something, definitely for loyal fans, because definitely appreciate everyone that's been rocking with the brand, the shows across all 32 countries. Appreciate you. Merchandise is coming. So I want the brand to be out there. You got everybody else. I want to see JLE brand, Middle Ground, Sports Lounge, Ground Floor. I made one of the quotes. Devotionals. They put that on something. No. And do audio book. But I'm doing pre-order. I ain't never done that before. So it's at that stage like, wow, it's been something you ain't really thought about. You just doing. I'm trying to be more obedient. I'm noticing stuff going in the right direction, being a little more obedient. But a lot to sit back and reflect on. Like, man, you've been doing this for some years. You just never really thought about it. I still talk about politics or latest Marvel DC movie, something funny, whatever. But I'm pretty sure people that connect with me on Facebook or on my social media, especially Facebook, Jeff gonna post a scripture after midnight. And in the morning, you're going to get that devotional. So I called the JLE Day Devotional, like, what did it call something? I mean, I was one type that I didn't like my name. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be big, famous, be multi this. What's going to be my persona name? Because it ain't going to be me. But a good friend that worked in A&B, I'll talk with. We joke with her a lot too. She had gave me advice: don't make up no name like that. Your name should be you. Because a lot of people that do that, they create an alter ego where the devil can use them. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. And the person I think about the most is Coach Prime. Shout out to him all the amazing stuff he's done when he got saved. Because people don't remember, but he has talked about it. He did the Manpower 98 conference when they had the tape, and I bought it. And he talked about him attempting suicide. Because, everybody knew Prime Time, but that was to get him out from where he was. They had overtaken Dion, as he explained it. Paraphrasing. So he got back to him. So he's always posting stuff to motivate. And then when she said that, I'm like, okay, so Jeffrey O. That was work. But along the journey, my name became that name. Okay, well, it's easier. JLE, they know who it is. It's me. It's quicker. And then some other people have put out devotionals and books like, well, JLE Day Devotional, because you do this every day except the weekend. Let's call it that. Like, okay. Good stay on brand too. Never nothing wrong with that. Book, like I said, is 50 pages. A year's worth of inspirational, not even quotes, just you call it Bible study, referencing stuff, or hymns, or devotional words from God, because I always pray before I put it down. But I can't recall certain ones would get, especially on LinkedIn, over 300 impressions or something. Really hit home with people. So it's something for everyone to read. Like definitely for it's an ebook, so I don't need that. But for the books, I do want to have a page per after you read them, where you can journal whatever thoughts come to you that might help you from reading it, so you can get through that day or that week. I think that'll be dope. And I can see why some people be hesitant to put books out, because you're sharing the part of you with the world. But I mean, I had a basic thought: if God gave you the time, you're supposed to share it. You shouldn't leave nothing in the chamber. You should let them all out in the world. And I'm looking for this one to, my personal goal, #1 bestseller. I definitely want to reach the people it need to reach. Because I have noticed a lot of people you encounter, there's a term I just talked with a co-host. Life is life. Terms they keep coming up with nowadays. I guess back then we'd say, man, it ain't easy. It's Tupac's song. Now life is life. And stuff, struggles will come. No one's oblivious to it. But I do believe reading it is going to give you that pick me up you need. When the person that edited let me know about it, they were It helped them just by editing it. Like, so I got something. That's something that you're gonna feel. And I'm amazed that God kept giving me stuff to put out because I've always stopped, clear my mind, pray what you want me to say today, and then I start writing. And to sit back from, I mean, '09, I even had, I mean, just my journey gotta be totally transparent. At that moment of being a dropout of college, it was a lot different than most of us going through and dealing with. A lot of self doubt. Like, can you get to your destination, whatever that is? It's like everybody you know is on course with their life, and you still stuck in first gear. But I had to lose my own advice. I told people, you can't worry about nobody else's race. You can only worry about yours. Because there might still be certain situations you need to go through for them life lessons you will get that will give you that Yoda wisdom. So when you do kick in the fifth gear, you're gonna have the right mindset to deal with what's coming. Compared to your friends may have been focused on their destination already, so they had the right mind to do what they're supposed to do. But you ain't focused on that yet. So I ain't saying that you ain't mature, but you playing checkers. You ain't on chess mode. You ain't thinking 10 steps ahead on, okay, I'm going to get to being a banker, just for example. And you strategizing all the routes you need to go to get to being a banker. But if you don't even know what it is, you just running in circles because you don't know what you should be doing. But along your journey, as for me, I found it. And a lot of it was getting it out the mud, trial by fire, a lot of research, asking God, okay, which direction to go next? Because you want me to do this? I don't know how to do it. But I never really thought about it back then that when I first started writing these devotionals, it was God's way of helping me get my confidence to get to thinking of, you got to finish school. Yeah, you dropped out. You blamed, it was the teacher. This you blamed everybody like Adam, but you. You didn't do what was necessary to figure out calculus or to really figure out your music. You didn't do everything. You did some stuff, but you didn't truly do everything to infinity to figure out how to do it. And on my journey, and a lot of devotions that helped me put me in that chess mindset set rather, or until infinity, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna run plan A to Z and redo it. I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna catch where I get to the next step in my journey. And I can say to any aspiring authors out there, the biggest thing of being an author is embracing who you are or some to your truth. And that's the biggest thing people, I mean, you gotta look in the mirror and accept who you are. Because that, from my perspective as an author, that's how you're gonna be able to pull out what you're trying to share with the world through your words, your storytelling. Because if you ain't cool with you, your readers, it might be Spanglish what you putting down because you ain't charted a direct path to what you want them to get from it. I think any other authors out there know what I'm talking about. Once you know who you are, whatever you're writing about, you know this starting point and that's going to be end point. So when the reader can follow along on that journey, but you got to be open to who you are. And I had learned I'm an introvert, extrovert. Sometimes I'm gonna be bothered with people, but I can be life of the party. Go figure. But to do a lot of stuff that you never thought you would do, you gotta get out of your comfort zone. It's unavoidable. Don't you if you was able to stay in your little cubby hole and go make a great life, thumbs up. On average, that ain't what it is. You're gonna have to step out your usual to do things to get you to where you're supposed to be. And when you get there and you start reflecting, you're gonna realize, man, that's why I went through all that stuff. Start expanding my mind and my thoughts and views and perceptions so I can put that into better wording for whatever book it is you're working on. And I never thought about turning these devotions to a book, but I do think it's going to change the world and people is going to get helped. But it's something for everybody. You can go through that for an entire year, each day, and they got something that you're going to need to hear to help you get from life is life into I'm dominating that life. Because adversity always going to happen. Right? It's unavoidable. But how you react to it and deal with it is the true testament of your character. What is your I'm a big wrestling fan, like Marvin DC fan, and Ric Flair, he was the world champ. So whatever that man said, you listen to it. You know, when you're on that journey, you think you can take the throne, you need to walk that out, style and profiling. Meaning let everybody know it's my time. I'm up next. I'm about to do something awesome. But then when you get there, you got to pay the price. Put that work in and keep putting it in to stay there. Because it ain't going to be easy. There's going to be some challenges along the way. You might get writer's block. What do you come up with to get past it? Sometimes step away from it, go do something fun, and the idea come to you. I mean, for me, it was reading the edited version and the original, like, wow. Since 2009, this stuff I've been posting. Sometimes it was stuff that I forgot I was going through when I posted it. So it was helping me too. A lot of us think everybody across the globe is not going through what I'm going through. The stories are different, but the struggle or the journey is still going to be the same. There are going to be some pitfalls and stumbling blocks. Most of us are going to go through before you get to being awesome. So when you tell the story, they're going to see like, man, you went through all that. Well, the end result though, you balling, you living life good, you helping people, but you went through all that though. Yeah, that becomes a small sacrifice. Because to be able to put in words what you're trying to convey to a audience of readers, it has to be your truth. They need to me, you need to tell through your words, you're comfortable in your skin, and you want to share some new game with them through this story. Whatever type of story you're trying to tell. And they're going to take that journey with you. And I think with this book, it's been a hell of a journey. I mean, couldn't have told me all them titles and company stuff would be me. Even just going back to 2019 before COVID hit. I'm just trying to get my degree, make 70, 100,000, be good. make some music, call it a day. Think about none of this other stuff. Journalists. I was in the school paper for one semester at Cooley. And that was freshman year. What you talking about? Journalists. But I do believe if it has your name attached to it, you need to have the qualifications that come with it. So it shall be approved. I believe in that. So I have my credentials as a journalist that I'm about to start exploring the rest of this year, going to events and sporting events, show my press pass. I still ain't quantify what that's like. That's about to be a whole different animal. So you see me on TV on the sideline somewhere, yeah, middle ground press. We here. And I definitely want to do the book, push that more. Like I know my biggest challenge with this, accepting everything that's Jeff. Because it all adds up. Might sound like old cliche, but it really do all add up to who you are. And people are watching you. I've been reminded along this journey. I've been humbled by and blessed by some to let me know they watch stuff I did, help them kickstart something they're doing. But and there's still some people I know that's waiting to see, okay, yeah, he doing all this work and grinding, but I don't see no money behind this. Now I can't pull up his net worth online yet, so he ain't arrived. But you have arrived if you are working the journey and purpose God told you to get on. I mean, God ain't dumb. He know you need the capital to really make it do what it need to do. So you ain't working somewhere else. You can focus on the purpose. But everything with God's time. Because you gotta be ready for that moment when, hey, I want to be an investor. We watch what you're doing. I got 6 million to put behind the brand. What are we gonna do with that? What's your plan? They hit different. And that person like, hey, yeah, I got 100,000 in the briefcase right now. I can cash up to you right now. What's up? Let's get this thing going. I like where it's going. Are you ready for that real big boy conversation? As Ric Flair said, you just won the world title. Are you ready for what comes with being the world title holder? That's them big boy conversations. So me and Matt Fan, my homeboy over there, he a billionaire. We really want to invest in something and we like what you're doing. Let's get a meeting together and go to lunch and figure out how we can be a part of this. Now you got some real decisions to make. Now, just my little humble opinion. If you built it and got it out the mud, don't you ever give someone 50-50 yours. You always need controlling interest. It's yours. You had the vision. Don't get greedy. Don't let them kick you out of your company. Because you got greedy. Keep the main thing the main thing. Whatever that goal was you started, make sure that stays that. If you want to come along and help, awesome. This is going to help this move to here and here. Don't get money hungry. Sometimes that might be God testing, like, okay, this that one carrot, just see if you ready. You jumped at 6 million. Like, this dude don't know what I'm got, right? I made everything, made stars, everybody a different fingerprint. And he think the best I can do is 6 million. I can't do 6 billion. And you jumping and hooting hollering over 6 million and lost your way, you ain't ready. I got an old boy behind him with 6 billion, ready to really do this thing like you needed, but you ain't ready. That's a lot of responsibility that you need to be mature and grounded to handle. That's just an example of what can be coming your way. But are you ready? Stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So in them type of real grown-up conversations in them rooms where real money talking and want to invest with you for some good, be ready. And do you do what you're supposed to do? I never thought my impact on the community would be much because I didn't look at this big scope of what I be doing. But I would say my impact so far has been people I've encountered, I've impacted their lives a little bit. I've shown them something different. Well, he just overly positive. He really believe in prayer. Whatever you say, you can do it. You don't think nothing he can't do on this planet. There's no barriers unless you put them up. If you can conceive it, you can make it a reality. You might have to work harder than somebody else, but you can do it. Sometimes God might want you to do it because you're gonna help other people. And sometimes it ain't about you. You gotta still want to be helpful and stay humble because money can come and go. So when it's your time and no real people come to real contract talks, stay humble and stay on the mission. And you can keep doing more with it. Overall advice, someone they were like me, didn't know what their future would hold. Start thinking about it. I mean, to me, it would be something you do for free that you love doing. And if you got all the qualifications for it, is working at that spot a good fit? Yeah, take that into account. Just don't jump at anything. And embrace your truth. Who are you? What do you really like to do? I know if you're a man, it ain't cool to say, man, I want to work for DC or Marvel and draw comic books. Oh, this old sucker nerdy. You might not want to hear that, but being a nerd is cool. You know, put a little sauce on the honor roll gangster. But nerds run the world. We don't have the technology and all that without some nerd figuring out the math. Well, you can do this from the comfort of your home. Can't be no slouch. Someone figured it out. All the circuitry within the laptop where you can do whatever from wherever you are. Someone figured out how to get that from A to Z. So nerds cool as hell. I mean, a lot of cool stuff. And I created the title, first time using calendar for the book. I always pick what KDP had, but they want to put more hands on with this one. To be doing the marketing campaign on social media about the book. I noticed on TikTok, people are watching my videos more. I'm appreciative of that. It's gonna be more dope when they rocking the middle ground brand. And this thing is where it really need to be. And I can say truly to anybody thinking about being an author, just start writing. Or use the Google one where you can speak to it or whatever. But start doing it. You can be close to perfection later. But at least you got something tangible that you can see and like, well, I got this book. I need to edit it and this and that and go from there. And people you might know might be down to be like, no, I mean, I got a program. It's gonna do all that for you. Let's check this out. What's the purpose of the book? It could be that real conversation where, okay, you developing your team and going forward. But man, this book, man, I think it might change your life for the better. There's a lot of devotionals in there. There's stuff in there for all walks of life. You know. But definitely think about Saturday on Amazon and pre-order JLEs. Well, I'm being all fancy. JLE Studio Inc. presents JLE's Daily Devotional. And it will be live, ready to download by August 29th. I'm working on publishing the paperback, and the hardcover be more like a VIP with some extra stuff with it. But a great book. And then I'm gonna add that to the list when I do my book signing with other books. That book signing is still coming. Just adding more to the pot. And keep watching, keep being on the lookout, keep supporting. Like I got across the screen. Got my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. Like and subscribe it. Want to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Crazy to get 200,000. But 1,000, wow, that's a lot. On there, you'll find all three of my shows. The interview shows will always have Journey Of in front of it. Ground Floor, Social Panel Discussion, Sports Lounge, Self-Explanatory Sports Lounge with JLE Marte. We will talk about what's going on in the sports world. We'll try to cover all the bases of something that will entertain you, educate you, you have fun with. That's JLE brand. You're going to come away with something. So I definitely encourage y'all to go get the book when it come out. I'll be posting more about the book this weekend. I want to keep it in your face. Keep it in your face. It's coming out. It's almost here. And dare to be different. It's an awesome society when you got people being creative doing different things. Awesome place. But again, till we got some great guests coming up. That's about to be pretty cool. You're still checking out other people. And it might be time to get on here, give updates, what's going on. But it's definitely been fun. Appreciate you all. Hope y'all enjoy your weekend. So next time, everybody.